Hello everyone, welcome back to the Greens family. So today I have something very important that I want to talk to you about pertaining a video I did a few days ago. So I did a video talking about how I was disobedient. I was late for work, I was hurrying, and the next thing I know, I ended up under a truck. So before I get into what I really want to talk to you about, I want to appreciate everyone who take the time out to watch that video, who like the video, who share the video, who subscribe. We appreciate you so much, especially those of you who watched the video all the way to the end. We appreciate you so much. So a friend of mine saw me last night and he said to me, "I'm so sorry about what happened to you earlier this week." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Earlier this week, your car went under a truck. I was watching your channel." And I'm like, "No, it wasn't this week. I was giving a testimony about something that happened to me because I was disobedient, but it wasn't this week. I was only testifying." And he was like, "Oh, I'm so happy to hear that." But because he said that to me, I was like, wonder if more people are thinking it actually happened this week. So I'm like, I'm going to have to go through these comment section, because let me tell you, Greens family, when you're uploading videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and people are commenting on different videos and stuff like that, people are still commenting on videos we did 5 months ago. People are commenting on videos we did a year ago. So it's a lot of comments. So you're not able to be reading all the comments, but I try my best to take the time out to go and read all the comments, because I know that people didn't have to comment, they didn't have to like, they didn't have to share, they didn't even have to subscribe. So I try my best to appreciate everyone who take the time out to do these things, because I know when I had one person commenting on my videos, I appreciate that one person. So when I have 1,000 people, I'm not going to think, "Oh, I have arrived." No, the moment you start thinking you have reached the top, that's the time you will slowly start coming down. Keep appreciating while you climb the ladder. So while I was going through those comments, I realized a lot of people are thinking the same. So many people understand it was a testimony. All right, but a lot of people are thinking it was the same, because I was stating in those time and stuff like that, because I wasn't specifying that it actually happened this week. I was giving a testimony of all the details that happened on that morning about what disobedient caused, and I was trying to help someone not to be disobedient and to be willing to stop and just give a word of prayer, especially when you're going on the road. So I've been driving for a lot of years and I have experienced a lot of things out there, and I know genuinely that if it wasn't for God, man, I'm telling you, I don't know what would have happened to me. I am telling you. So every single day that goes by, I try to appreciate God, and I don't forget about the good things that He has done for me. So even if it has been 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I am going to still be testifying about it, because I am grateful every day. It's as if sitting down and looking back on the many things that God has helped you to escape. A lot of people don't do that because they think it had to be that way. They just think, it's not my time. This couldn't happen to me. What happened to others will not happen to me. It is just nature and stuff like that. Well, while others know genuinely that there is a God who is protecting you when you're going out and when you're coming in, and they don't take these things lightly, so they testify. And that's all I was doing. So if any of you thought it happened this week, I apologize if you get that drift, but that's not what I was saying, and I didn't say that in the video. At that specific morning, I was talking about an incident that took place, and I was giving all the things that went down that specific morning, but it wasn't this week. So if any of you guys thought it was this week, just to be clear, it wasn't this week. That happened long ago. I actually sell that car. The car was able to get fixed, and I get the car still. So it wasn't this week. All right, so at least no one will be thinking that it actually happened this week. And for these days, Greens family, when you have a family, God bless you with a family, you have children that are depending on you, I try to be more cautious. So many of times I'm out there and we have the heavy feet. Sometimes you feel like you want to press, but when you remember, hey, I have a family depending on me, you try to be more cautious and try to do things more differently. And because of those experiences, those are the things that help us to become who we are today, of having more understanding of the protection of God, that it's not an easy thing to get up out of your bed, go to work, spend the entire day taking 4-3, ride for the day, coming back home safely, doing that 365 days for the year, and thinking, it had to be like that. No, it's called grace. So I'm going to share with you, Greens family, because I am driving for a long time, and this is another incident that happened while I'm driving on the road. One afternoon, I am driving with a friend, and you could say we are racing because we are going very fast. I'm at the front and he's following behind, and we're going really fast. I'm talking like 140, 150, and then we go around this corner. And when we go around the corner, Greens family, there was a stoplight, and the stoplight was on red. So all the vehicle, stopped down there. But because, it's like a race, we just pressing the vehicle, go hard down to the stoplight. And while we're pressing down to the stoplight, and I go like this to hold the brake. When I go like this, the brake went straight to the floor. The disc pod fall out. The disc pod fall out, and the car is standing down there. Actually, it was two cars. There was a highest bus and axial car, and it was a silver axial, and I think it was a white highest bus. The bus looked way newer than the axial, and it happened so fast. I was like, what am I going to do now? All I could say, Jesus, take the wheel. What am I going to do? You're going full speed, there is no brake, and there is two cars stop at the stoplight. And while I was going down, I was making a decision in my head. I am like, which one of these cars I'm going to have to write off this evening? I said, the Axia looked cheaper. And I'm talking this slow, but when that happened, everything is flying so fast. Like, it's unexplainable, but everything is happening in split seconds. Like you don't have no time to consider anything. Once you think something, you just have to do it. So I decide I'm going to hit in the Axio. The moment I put my vehicle behind the Axio, I don't know what happened, but the Axio driver ran the red light. He ran the red light. I don't know if he saw me coming very hard behind him or what, but he ran the red light and he went to right, and the space was open up for me to go through. Greens family, it take me about half an hour to really just to calm down. Like after I really stopped the vehicle, and I was just like blowing so hard, because I am telling you, it is a trauma that me just experienced. I don't pray for anyone to be in that position, but I am telling you, if anyone had been in that situation, they would have known what I am talking about. The vehicle going around 140. When I went for brake, the disc spot fall out. The vehicle start moving like lightning, and it's just going down to the stoplight so fast. You don't have no time to think. I'm just like, oh, let me just hit the Axia. The moment I said hit the Axia move out of the way, and I have the free road for myself. Do you think I'm just supposed to, when these things happen to you, out there in the street, a lot of people just forget about that tomorrow. It was a normal thing. Next day they just, continue their lifestyle and stuff like that. Let me tell you, there's a God who protects you. And, when you fail to appreciate him for the things he have done, he will slowly withdraw himself away from you. Because think about it. If you continue to support someone, let's say someone is sending your child to school, and you are the one who's secretly doing it. All right, you're secretly doing it for them, and then you see this person, going and taking all the praise, say, I work so hard to send my children to school. What are you going to do? You're going to say, I'm going to withdraw myself, and I'm going to see how those children are going to go to school, because that person is taking the credit for themselves. If God is the one protecting me out there on the street, and I am here talking about, I'm a good driver, because a lot of people, things like that happen to them. You know what? They come out of the car and say, I can drive so well, I can do this, I can do that. And God is just looking at them like, you didn't even know what I just did for you. So I am telling you, Greens family, we appreciate everyone who, watched that previous video that I did talking about how I was in a hurry just to get to work, didn't even have time to pray. And even though I had an instruction to pray, I was hurrying so much, and I ended up under a truck. And it was, a long story. So please, if you haven't watched that video, then the channel, just go to the homepage and you will saw the video and you can watch that video. I'm telling you, you're going to be encouraged by that video. And, we appreciate you, like I said, for everyone who watched the video, support the video. And please be encouraged. When you're going out, please be sure to, give a word of prayer. Another person said, because I was going through the comment, like I said, another person said, Mr. Green, you could be driving and praying at the same time. You are so correct. The Bible says pray without ceasing, meaning you're supposed to be praying all the time. You're supposed to be meditating on God's word, and that is how you see the goodness of God manifest through your life on a daily basis, because you are constantly meditating on his word. But you have to separate yourself at times. So sometimes you just have to take that secret time to go by yourself, to take yourself away from the busy world, take yourself away from family, take yourself away from friends, from everything that cloud your mind, and just go to that secret little spot and have a little fellowship with him. So, and that is how you build a personal relationship with your maker. So you're not lying about driving and praying. You must be praying all the time. You're standing in the grocery store, you can be praying. You're at home, you can be praying. You're laying down in your bed, you can be praying. You're washing your car, you can be praying. Even though you can do all these things and pray at the same time, you must make a special time to pray, because when someone is special to you, you make time for them. So if he's special to you, make time for him. So I want to say again, I appreciate everyone who support, like, share, comment, and all these things. And this is an update to let everyone understand that it wasn't this week I met in an accident. It was long ago, but I was giving a testimony of how I met in that accident because I was disobedient. And if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch that video. And also, we appreciate you so much. We wish you all the best for this week and your family. Thank you so much.